and the Rhapsody Kappa of the Odyssey, describing Odysseus's adventure and the transformation of his companions into swine on Circe's island. There are serious indications that Homer transmitted information suggesting knowledge of genetics existed in ancient times. These were not random numbers, they were keys. We must examine the details Homer provides with care. The 4 handmaidens of Circe, the Amphipolus, are not a random choice. They are exactly 4, just like the 4 bases of DNA that form the genetic code: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. This cannot be coincidental. When Homer describes Odysseus's companions, he divides them into 2 groups. One leader was Eurylochus, the other Odysseus himself. Each leader took 22 men. Thus, Homer presents us with 2 groups of 22. Adding the leaders themselves, we get 2 groups of 23. Does this number ring a bell? It is the number of chromosome pairs in the human cell nucleus. Humans have 46 chromosomes, that is, 23 pairs. The fact that Homer insists on this division without narrative necessity suggests he possessed knowledge of this fact. The name Circe is not random. The letters composing it appear in the word Ðraconian. This linguistic affinity is not accidental. It is a mnemonic code, preserving contact with the central symbol of Hermetic knowledge. When an ancient poet uses a specific name, it is always deliberate. Furthermore, the name of Circe and Odysseus' son is Telegonos, Tele meaning far away, and Gonos meaning offspring. Genetic heritage comes from afar, from a higher dimensions, from the past. Homer typically uses epithets to define characters. For Circe, he uses polypharmakos, potnia, kaliplokamos, aplokamos, while polypharmakos and potnia are easily explained by her divinity. Why does Homer, who is precise, insist in 3 places that Circe had beautiful locks? It must be significant, and certainly not merely about her hairstyle. The plakamos, lock, is the coil, the circle. It is the thread that winds around. And what are the serpents in the Caduceus? 2 snakes, winding around an axis, if not the double helix. This image appears nowhere else by chance. It is found in all traditions related to healing, cognitive communication, and transition between worlds. The antidote for Odysseus was not given by Athena, who always protected him, but by Hermes, the bearer of the Caduceus. He who leads souls between worlds, he who knows the beginning and the end. Decoding belongs to him. Athena represents wisdom, acquired within the physical world, strategy, logic, and technique. But the antidote requires something more. It requires passage from the higher levels, the mental, the ethereal, to the physical. The Caduceus brings this penetration from above downwards, not from inside out. Only Hermes, as the mediator between worlds, could provide the protection needed, so consciousness would not fall into the density of matter. In the mythological framework, Circe is not simply a witch transforming men into beasts. She represents the database of archaic knowledge. The transformations are not exactly physical changes, but falls of consciousness. When a companion becomes a pig, this symbolizes the fall from the upper astral to the lower astral, the realm of raw desires, and biological instincts. The text of the Odyssey records a process we knew then but have forgotten now, the process of falling and returning. Odysseus is the consciousness that can refuse to fall because he holds the Caduceus, that is, the ability to ascend back toward the mental. The plant, moly, given to him by Hermes, is not just protection, is not only a botanical antidote, but a reminder that salvation lies in the internal light each person already possesses. It is the intellect opening the path to light.